Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me on this journey to hopefully getting to, not hopefully, I'm going to get to the Champions Tour. The hopeful part is in 3 years. Could take me a little longer, but my sights are set. So today I'm doing a little something different. I'm out at Avery Ranch, which is a great Austin golf club to play at that I frequent quite a bit. And I'm going to show you what do you do with your putting grip. Not the actual super stroke, because that in itself is pretty awesome, but what do you do with your hands on the putting grip? And talk about your stance and tempo. So check it out, give it a shot, and tell me what you think. So the 4 key things we're going to be working on today is going to be your stance, it's going to be your stroke, and it's going to be your tempo and impact. So one of the things that we're looking at first is talking about your stance, and a lot of that has to do much like the normal stance of a golf swing. You want to have a good strong foundation. Now one of the things that you really have to watch out for is before I used to kind of spread my toes out, and that gives you more lines to try and stay in line with when you're actually setting up your stroke. So one of the most important things is first start off with all perpendicular lines, right? So when you're looking down at your feet are actually perpendicular to your line that you're trying to hit. So another part of your stance is you want to be sure that you're well balanced, and well balanced meaning that I should be able to wiggle my toes as I'm in my stance. That's going to be very helpful when it's a really windy day as well. So once you're in that point, then it comes down to a grip change. The change that I use on my grip is going to be more locking it in, and it's going to put your left hand in a different position than normal. So a lot of the standard grip position that you have is basically 2 thumbs down the shaft, and you're just back and forth. Now the bad thing about that is you're actually going to get it to where when your hand is more centered, it allows you to push it a little more. So the change that we're going to work on today is going to be putting the grip to where it's running down the seam of your hand. So you're almost wrapping your hand around the back of the club. So with your grip, once you get into the stance, and now you can see the parallel lines I'm talking about. So my feet are parallel. I've got a mark on the ball, which I highly suggest. Some don't like to use it because it causes them to really second guess it, but to me it basically gives me an indication of what I need to commit to and actually putt to. So with the grip, the standard grip you see a lot is 2 thumbs going down the grip. The change that my coach helped me make and led me to reduce my strokes gained from a 3.8 to a 1.3 is I'm taking this hand off and wrapping it behind. So you actually see that it's running down the crease of my hand here, okay? So as I actually put my hand behind that and wrap around, that ends up putting my finger on that knuckle of my middle finger. So that effectively locks everything in place. So once we've got that, we've got the new hand grip, then it's more about tempo and coming up with a good tempo. So one of the training aids that I utilize is going to be a metronome. So this metronome is, you can get them off Amazon pretty cheap, and basically you set whatever tone it is that you want to work at. Right now my coach has me working on a 75 beats per minute, so it basically sounds like this. And what this is going to be is I actually clip it to my hat when I'm really working on my tempo. And as you hear the beat, you basically want to match your swing forward and backwards with the beat. So beat, beat, right? Smaller, shorter putts, beat, feet. It's still the same tempo, right? It's just either a longer swing or a shorter swing. Before, when you would have a putt like this, sometimes I would like really come wide and then decelerate, which really can cause you also to go offline. So remember, feet straight, kind of toes can move around just fine. Your new grip, tempo, look to your hole, back, and then pull through. Simple. Now another tip that I will bring in to play is these half balls. So you can see the ball kind of is like painted straight on one side, half on the other. Easy to get these nowadays. And what it's going to do is it's going to help you with your impact. So you'll actually be able to see, am I hitting it straight? So by using these, you're basically going to line directly up with a hole. Again, your stance, so I'm parallel, my toes wiggling, my hands are in the right position, lock it in place, tat, 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 tat. And I can see by the way the ball rolled that I hit that square. So when you hit it slightly off, it's going to wobble a little bit. That's no bueno. So good key. And again, we're working from 5 feet, and all I'm going to do is just hit 5-foot putts. You want a relatively straight, flat roll, so you're not trying to read, because right now we're just working on getting it in the hole. I like to hit 50 a day in the hole, and as you get further and further along, you should be able to get 50 straight. And if you don't miss it, or if you do miss it, then start all over. Start off with 10 in a row and just work your way up from there. As always, like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you want to know about. I'll actually do a video just for that. If anybody leaves me a comment. Remember, follow along. Keep it findable.